This podcast is brought to you in part by P&P Games, your online source for everything video games. Visit their website at pnpgames.com or at one of their 3 retail locations in Winnipeg, Manitoba. All right, everybody, and welcome to. It's such a chill song. It's amazing.
It is.
I want to have a nap now, actually. So I'm just gonna we'll let this run for about 15 minutes, and then we'll come back from our nap time.
Okay.
What do you say? Is that good?
Okay. I don't think either of us would wake up from that nap. We're both pretty exhausted.
Good call. Okay, maybe we won't do that. Hey everybody, welcome to Nintendo Pulse Podcast. This is episode number 74. We're recording this one on Thursday, February 20th, 2014. As always, I'm your host, Lloyd Hannison. And joining me, and also tired, Stephen Munn. Stephen, how the heck are you?
Lloyd, why can't we sleep?
I don't know. I've been having problems this week. I didn't sleep at all Monday night. And it wasn't because I was playing video games. I was staring at the ceiling. I wasn't even watching TV. I was just like, okay, sleep. Didn't happen. And then I slept like crazy long the next day because I was exhausted. And then I didn't sleep again last night. And it's just this crazy revolving door of insomnia and exhaustion. So I got to figure out what the heck's happening here. Maybe it's the waiting for new Nintendo titles.
That could be it.
Could be. I'll have to look into that.
I need to cut back on the caffeine. I think that's a big part of my problem.
That could be part of it as well. Mm-hmm. For me, I do drink a lot of coffee during the day, especially when I'm so tired. And then I drink Red Bull. It's just I don't know. I'm embalming myself from the inside out, I think.
Yes, you are.
It's crazy. But enough about our crazy health issues, Stephen. Let's get into the show. How the heck are you? It's been a while since we last talked.
I'm doing all right. Actually, I'm doing a lot better than it was last week, which is good.
That's good. That's always
not
good.
A lot of sleep, but less abdominal pain, so that's a good thing.
That's good. I'm drinking a nice hot cup of tea, so I recommend you go get one if you don't have one handy. It's really good. It's working.
I hope you're doing decaf.
I am not.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but I should be okay. I'm so tired that I'll just fall right asleep. And I have to do another show after this one, so I need the caffeine, man.
All right, we'll see.
I needs it, my precious. Awesome. Well, let's get into the show. We have no announcements this week other than we do have a new show here on the network, VGPodcast.com network. It's Derezzed. It's our new replacement podcast for the bonus stage, which has wound down because Jeff Ward, my co-host there, decided to give up podcasting, or at least for the time being. So he wanted to stop. He was spending too much time doing it, he said. So we ended the show and went out and found a new co-host. His name's Will Kelly. He's the host of another podcast on this network called Inside Infinity. It's the Disney Infinity podcast that I join from time to time. He's joined me, and we're doing Derez. And the shows are going really, really well. Besides the podcast, we're also doing some Let's Plays. We're doing some community game nights. So we recorded a couple episodes of our Let's Play. We have a Hearthstone one up there right now. He has a couple Titanfall videos up. I wanted to have my whole 8-hour gameplay playthrough of Knack up and there and cut into chunks, and then I found out that the PS4 when you use Twitch, it doesn't actually save the videos at all, and then I was sad. But we're gonna get all this sorted out. Sorry, what's that?
That's a bummer. It doesn't save them.
I was really, really sad because I was like, hey, this is the first game that I played to completion on my PlayStation 4. This is gonna be awesome, and then it didn't save it, which is sad. But we're going to be starting a show soon where Will has never played Minecraft. So we're going to play Minecraft on the PS3 together, and we're going to jump in. I'm going to teach him the lay of the land and the way things are, and we're going to do some small little episodes of Will in the wild of Minecraft. It should be a fun show, and all that stuff is coming up, and it is going to be available at vgpodcast.com and also on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/vgpod for any of those shows. The difference with our Let's Plays is we're not putting out audio versions of it because, well, it's you have to watch the playing is the thing. The talking isn't the good thing. It's the playing. So putting it out as an audio feed didn't really make too much sense. So if you want to watch those, you have to do it on YouTube or at vgpodcast.com. But yeah, D-Reds does a great show. Check it out. We record it most Fridays. Just because it is a newer show, we're trying to get our schedule locked in. So things have kind of floated around a little bit. Hopefully we can get that locked down in the coming months. But it's a fun show. Got some exciting things planned at the network. And we have other shows like this awesome one that you're listening to right now. So thank you for tuning in and subscribing to Nintendo Pulse as well.
Yay.
Awesome. That's all. That's my spiel, Steven. If you have anything to talk about, feel free. I mean, I just bogarted the last 27 minutes of this podcast. So if you have any, you want to talk about Castlemania blog?
No, but people can go on Vimeo and watch dot matrix printers play songs like "Eye of the Tiger" and "Everlong."
And why wouldn't they, Steven?
And why wouldn't they? I mean, when there's so many other things you can do on this internet, but given the option of having dot matrix printers play rock songs, I don't see why anybody bothers with anything else.
That is really why people way back in the day invented the internet, was so people could properly share their videos of music they were making on their own dot matrix printers. So
yes,
it's kind of the reason why the internet's here. We just do this other stuff on it because it's convenient, but really it's the dot matrix printer videos that are the what you're supposed to be doing on the internet.
Yeah, people say it's porn, really, that really blazes the trail, but it turns out it's dot matrix printer music.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you read the fine print of your internet's your ISP service terms of service, one of the biggest items is you have to watch at least 3 dot matrix printer videos a month, or they could shut you off at any time.
Although I can see why people wouldn't know that, because I think most people on the internet today have never heard the term ISP.
That is very true. That is very true. Internet provider is what they're known as, or just the cable company. Can I get me some of that there internet stuff?
I'd like some ones and zeros on my computer, please.
Yeah, they don't even know that. They don't know what the language of the computers is.
That's true.
They just, can I get some of that selfie juice?
Selfie juice. That's what they call it now.
That's,
selfie juice.
That's the new term.
Selfie juice.
Yeah.
Wow.
We could go so wrong right now. So let's jump right into the show, Steven.
Let's do that.
Steven, what have you been playing?
Selfie juice on my iPhone. No. Flappy selfie.
No.
Selfie bird. Flappy selfie. Oh, that's a bad idea. Okay. Donkey Kong Country Returns. Been playing that.
The new one. That one's actually called Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Steven. And it's
not. No, I don't have that one yet. I've been playing the old one. Donkey Kong Country Returns for Wii. I've been playing that on my Wii U.
Is that the one that has Flappy?
Flappy Kong.
I couldn't even say it right.
Nintendo should totally do that. There should be a Flappy Kong.
There should be.
That should be their mobile strategy.
There should be like a
Flappy Kong to promote Tropical Freeze.
There should be like a jet engine or something, and Cranky Kong's hanging from behind it, and he's making all cranky jokes as you're making the engine go up and down between things. That would be awesome. Flappy Kong.
Oh my god, I have to tweet this.
Yeah, Flappy Kong would be great.
Nintendo America. I have your mobile strategy.
Flappy Kong.
Flappy Kong.
And we want 5 points off the top
to promote Tropical Freeze.
Oh, wow!
Why is this?
We've started on a down note, Steven.
Come on. There we go. At awesome. Nintendo America, I have your mobile strategy, Flappy Kong, to promote Tropical Freeze. Why is this not a thing already? Come on.
I will retweet it from both mine and the VG Pod account.
Do it.
But
anyway,
continue. Besides Flappy Kong, continue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I never actually beat the game. I got it, a while after it came out, when I saw it on like a really good price. I think for about $20 or $15 or something.
Sure.
So, I played it a little when I first got it, and been playing it a lot more recently because of the new game is coming out. and it's good. It's challenging, really good looking, frustrating at times, very frustrating at times. I'm at the Tidal Terror one, which I think is like almost the last part of the second world, where you're running along left to right and like in every stage, and there's like tidal waves that come out from the back, and you gotta stand behind the rocks so you don't get wiped out. Very, very challenging. And We Fit You. I picked up a Fit Meter this week.
Nice. I have one of those. They look great on the table right beside me. That's that's what it's for. It's keeping some paper from blowing away.
I've been wearing mine and
Nice.
actually using it.
Oh, you can. It has a purpose.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not just bragging rights having another white and blue box on the shelf.
Oh. Okay. I should maybe look into that then.
You should. But I wasn't smart enough to figure out how to work it at first, because the back of the gamepad has this little IR port, and there's the IR port on the Fit Meter, and you have to line them up exactly right when you're synchronizing it. It doesn't work. You can't just point it at the back. You have to be lined up exactly right, and you have to hold it still. So that took me a few tries to figure out, because I'm just kind of not very bright. Another thing that took me a while is how to figure out how to delete the dog that I haven't had for years, that carried over from Wii Fit.
I had to figure out how to delete the two other profiles I had on my Wii Fit profile from
so you could start over.
So I wanted to keep myself, but I had one for my wife, and there was another one, I can't remember whose it was, and I wanted to delete them. And yeah, you have to go through like crazy menus to do that.
Yeah, they don't make it simple.
No, you just click on the person, say bye-bye, and it should just delete all their progress. But yeah, they make it really difficult.
Sure. And the last thing is Bravely Default. I'm very near the end of the game, but really kind of fallen off in the last 48 hours. I'm at the point where I decided I wanted to grind all my characters up to the maximum job level on all the classes. And I'm at a part of the game that is really easy to grind at. You get a lot of job points for every battle. But I'm getting frustrated because I'm trying to do combos. There's the little bonuses in there for if you get through a battle unscathed, you get a job point bonus. If you get through 5 battles in a row unscathed, you get a bigger job point bonus, and it says unscathed ace. If you do 10 battles in a row unscathed, it does unscathed hero, and you get a really, really big job point bonus at the end of each battle. But every once in a while, the random number generator decides that the enemy gets to strike first. And if they do that, you lose the unscathed thing, and you have to start all over again.
Oh, that seems really unfair.
Yeah. So I tried saving after each battle and then exiting the game and reloading if it lets the enemy strike first. And I found out that no matter what I do, the enemy always strikes first when the enemy is going to strike first because of that random number generator.
Oh, that's lame. So it's not random each time a battle starts. It's random before the battle happens type thing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So I guess that's how they keep you from gaming the system.
Well, that's kind of really stupid, though. Why would you have a system that is just, I guess, just purely luck? So I guess that kind of makes sense. But it seems kind of aggravating when there's nothing you can do about it. It's not like you can play better when the computer decides that it's going to attack you first.
Yeah. I mean, there's abilities that you can use that make it less likely that the enemy strikes first.
Sure.
But, to plug in one of those, you're giving up something else. You're giving up another ability slot. So,
right.
But I got to tell you, some of the abilities that you get when you max out your job level, like it's like they go to level 14, the jobs go to level 14. And when you get to that level, some of the abilities that you're getting are just astonishing. I decided to take on one of the major enemies in the game with a party of level 14 characters, and we flattened him. Like, just demolished him with the abilities that I had. I used one ability that made everyone in my party immune to all elemental attacks for 4 turns. There's actually an ability that does that.
That doesn't seem game breaking or anything.
So I'm like, sprinkle, and then he's like throwing all these elemental attacks, and it's like guard, like he's not doing any damage. And then I'm like, okay. And then the next turn I'll use this other ability that like that automatically negates all of this other stuff he's doing, and it gets to the point where you're so powerful. It's really, really cool.
Wow.
And I mean, if I wasn't paying attention and I wasn't using those abilities, he still would have killed me. But yeah.
Huh.
Good stuff. You really do feel powerful when you max out those job levels, but it takes a while.
Yeah, it does. Grinding does take. But I found some, because I've been playing Bravely Default as well, to jump a little bit into what I've been playing. I'm still trying to get through the demo, and I feel really bad about that because I said I'm going to beat the demo and I'm going to start the game before we do the next show, blah. But PlayStation 4, man, the siren song of new hardware is just too strong right now, and I'm finding it very, very difficult to get into that. But I decided, nope, I'm going to do it. And I'm stuck on one boss that I can't beat with whatever way that I'm doing it. So I decided to grind. And I found that obviously we knew about the little slider so you can make it so that you can have more enemies or less enemies. So I have it cranked up to 100% extra enemies, which is exactly what you want when you're grinding. But you can hit right a bunch of times to turn fast forward on. So basically all your battles go really super fast. So it's like I wiggle the circle pad, and then I get into battle. And it's like bam, 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 because I have it set to auto, because you hit Y to turn on auto, and it does all your attacks you did the last. So it's like bang, 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 enemies dead. I hit a button, I get my money, I get my experience, I waggle again. And it's like you could do like 10 battles before you even know that you're doing it, and probably in the span of what a normal battle would be if you're just grinding with your enemy meter at the normal 0 plus minus 0 type thing, and your speed set to normal. They've made it really easy for grinding, which is great, because that's what people dislike about JRPGs is the amount of time that you have to sit there staring at a screen. Like the amount of times that I played like Final Fantasy while doing something else, just because I'm grinding and I'm trying to get my characters to level up faster. This just takes that whole like you still have to grind, but they made it so much easier to do so. I really kind of dig it.
Yeah, they sped everything up so much. Like you're exactly right. Just being able to skip things and being able to go quickly in the battles and everything like that. The problem with where I am, though, is the enemies are so powerful that I can't put it on auto, because I have different strategies for the different types of mobs that I can encounter. If I try and use the same strategy on all of them, there is no way I will be able to like get any of those bonuses, because I'll probably lose a party member if I just try and do a regular attack through the battle. If it's this this one type of mob versus another, I wish there were like 2 or even 3, like, okay, do this quick one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's every time that mob changes, I have to reprogram the thing, and then, until I get a different mob, I can hit Y. But it's cool to be able to go, 4 times speed and just blaze through like machine gun speed, sword stabbing.
Yeah, turbo stabby. I call it your turbo stabby mode, and it works really well.
Right.
So are you juggling character classes a lot on your characters, or are you pretty much sticking with 1 or 2 per person and working them up to the highest level that you can?
Juggling a lot.
Juggling a lot, eh?
I was juggling a lot, and now I'm trying to pump them all up to level 14, but it's starting to look like that would be ridiculous. So I'm thinking I might pick, a level 14 class for each one, and then just blast through the rest of the game with that.
Sure. Huh. Interesting.
Because I had some really good synergy going with the 4 that I had. I think it was let's see, what did I have? I had a Swordmaster, a Black Mage,
Valkyrie.
a Spirit Master, and a Arcanist. Or an Arcanist, yeah. And those were the 4 that I had up at level 14 for that battle, and just crazy stuff. They're very late game classes, though. You don't get them until like right at the end of the game.
Right.
So.
Huh. I'm really looking forward to jumping. Should I beat the demo? Like the stuff that you transfer over from the demo, is it worth doing?
It really helps you get a boost at the beginning of the game
Is
because you have stuff to equip on your characters right off the bat.
Like, isn't it just items, or is it like weapons and armor and stuff too?
It's weapons and armor and stuff too, as far as I know. It's like an initial set to equip with. I didn't have to buy anything when I started the game.
Because I have my 20 villagers that I can move over, and that's probably the biggest thing. Because you wanna make your village actually come alive quicker. Maybe I'll beat it. I don't know. I'm still thinking. Because I've invested probably about 7 hours into it already, and I'm not close to. I think I have 2 or 3 bosses after the big turtle guy that I'm on. So I'm thinking, should I use my time to beat the real game or to continue with the demo? Still, jury's out. We'll see what happens. I guess.
Yeah, it was a cool demo. I spent like 15 hours on that demo.
Nice. Yeah, it is fun. I dig it. I just wish I had more time. I'm doing too much across all the different platforms, so I need to focus a little bit. I think is what I need to do. Cool. So that's all you've been playing.
Yep, that's it.
Cool. Well, I've been playing my PS4 a fair bit, actually. I've been playing a lot of Lego Marvel Superheroes, and I gotta say, I loved Lego City Undercover on the Wii U. Lego Marvel Superheroes is right up there at pretty much the same point. The huge open worlds, like hundreds of things to do. I think I've almost 100%ed the game because I'm going for the platinum trophy on that one, and I'm just enjoying every single second that I'm playing that. And I'm excited for a whole bunch of games that are coming out. I mean, there's Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. There's a whole bunch of 3DS games I'm looking forward to in the next few months. One of the games I'm actually looking the most forward to playing is the Lego Movie, the game. I'm looking forward to that one because apparently it's in the same type of wheelhouse as Lego City Undercover and Lego Marvel. I don't know. It's weird that I'm looking forward to playing another Lego game after I just beat one. But I guess it is what it is. But really, really digging the PlayStation 4. On my 3DS, I'm playing the Bravely Default demo. Probably going to be jumping into the full game right away. And I'll be playing Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze tomorrow, of course. And I'm also playing a new downloadable title for the 3DS eShop, Weapon Shop Deomase. And I gotta say, this game is awesome. For an $8 downloadable title, I was smiling ear to ear with a goofy grin on my face the whole time playing through the tutorial level. I haven't gotten any further than that, but that's a game that was talked about at last week's Nintendo Direct. And essentially, it's a rhythm action game where you play blacksmith apprentice inside of a RPG. So you're the person that is running the shop that the adventurers come to buy their weapons, and you basically have to make the weapons and you give it to them on loan. And if you do a good job, there's a better chance they'll kill things. And if they kill things, they come back with the weapon, give it back to you, and then give you other items that you can upgrade your weapons with. So you're making these weapons, sending them out to get attacked. They come back, you polish them, make them more powerful, send them back out. And it's just this cool little, like, I don't know, it's like a village simulator / rhythm action game. It reminds me a lot of the old rhythm action games from like the PlayStation 1 era, where you're basically just, instead of hitting the buttons to the beat, you're tapping to the beat, which is just a lot of fun. It's a little bit like Rhythm Heaven as well, where they don't give you so much cues where you have to hit the like tap the screen, but you're basically repeating a pattern that is being basically brought out by the background music a little bit. So really digging it so far. I'm really early in, like 10 minutes in actually. So I'm going to be playing that one a little bit more, but I am really, really, really digging it. So if you're looking for a quirky title to play on your 3DS, it doesn't get much better than that. And it's a level 5 game. So, I mean, there's some quality there.
You have to keep me updated on that and let me know if, like, when you're into the full game, like the actual, a little bit into the game, you can let me know if you still think it's worth picking up.
Yeah, I will definitely for sure. I'm digging it so far, but we'll see what I have to say next week.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, let's get into the rest of the show. Notable releases. What's coming out this week, or what has just come out this week, Stephen?
Well, we had the digital releases, like you said, Weapon Shop de Omasé, which is $8 on 3DS eShop, and Ice Hockey for NES came out on the Wii U Virtual Console. The best thing about that game is the fights.
It's not Blades of Steel. Blades of Steel would be better, but Ice Hockey was still a lot of fun back in the day.
And Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, of course, coming out tomorrow. So,
I got my phone call just before recording. It's like, just to remind you, Donkey Kong Country is coming out tomorrow. I'm like, oh, really? I'm actually just about to go on a podcast to talk about it. They're like, oh, okay, so you're coming to pick it up tomorrow then? Yep, I'll be there. Oh, okay.
That was the piece of information we needed, sir.
I guess I kind of confused them, so I felt really bad. But yeah, looking forward to that one as well. It's getting some really great reviews. It got like 8.5 on Polygon. So a lot of people are liking that game.
Cool. Yeah, I saw some really good reviews too. Nintendo's own Twitter account retweeted the Game Informer review, which gave it a 9.
Nice.
And they've some really strong reviews.
I'm just pulling it up on Metacritic right now. Yeah, it's at an 81 on Metacritic, which is pretty darn good. Destructoid 100 with whatever Metacritic does to make their stuff kind of normalized to whatever their numbers are. Whatever that means, I'm not sure. But yeah, there's a lot of really great reviews for this game. So I'm really looking forward to checking that one out.
Yep, me too.
Let's see. Nintendo Life. IGN gave it a 90. According to Metacritic, Polygon was... They said an 85. What does it have on here? My page just refreshed. There it is, 85. Okay, so they did take the Polygon's numbers. So yeah, it's getting some really great one. There's a website called Canadian Online Gamers, and they gave it an 83. So it's good to know there's Canadian Online Gamers. I didn't know we had the online here in Canada.
That is awfully specific.
Yeah, it's just really bizarre. Anybody can post stuff on Metacritic, I guess. You just have to sign up for an account, and then they'll start taking your reviews into consideration when they do the numbers, I guess.
Your little grain of salt.
Yeah, exactly.
You get more influence if you hit their average.
Yep, exactly. Cool. All right, so that's some great games. There's some great deals as well that you put into the show notes, Stephen.
Yeah, GameFly. The only deals that I really spotted this week were the GameFly sale. There's nothing for Wii U used on the GameFly sale, but there are some 3DS games. Link Between Worlds is $33. Dream Team is $33. Mario Party Island Tour is $33. And the Lego Marvel game that you were just talking about, the 3DS version of that is $22.
Yeah.
And Blackgate, which is Batman Arkham Origins.
Ugh.
Blackgate,
Ugh.
$18.
Ugh, yuck. Worst map in a game ever. The most horrible assaults on your mind, the way the map is laid out.
Wow, bummer.
Yeah, that's the map. Surprisingly enough, the map ruined that game for me because I couldn't figure out where I had to go next. It tells you to go somewhere on the map. You're in the middle of the screen, and you're pointing left or right. I guess since it's left on my screen, but my finger's actually pointing right. So we'll do with what my finger's pointing at. So you're pointing right. The dot is to the right. So you walk about 12 steps to the right. And you hit the map button again, and you've actually gone left somehow when you're at a different place on the map. It's like, no, I was in this big square, which is the room I'm in, and I walked straight ahead. How did I go behind myself and over that way? That doesn't make any sense at all. And it was that annoyance the whole time. Like you're trying to find one door that you know is somewhere around there, and you're looking at the map, and it's just it was terrible. And it's a Metroidvania game. You need a map with Metroidvania games. You need to know what you've explored and what you haven't. Yeah, it's terrible. But
does not sound good.
But the game itself was interesting. It's just the map was just like, I got to the point where I just had enough of it. And the fact to get the full ending of the game, you have to beat it 3 times. Doing different bosses as the final boss you kill. So you have to beat it 3 complete times, and then you basically can then do the final playthrough where you fight the final end boss type thing. And it's really, really bizarre.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, artificially inflated gameplay times. Yay.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. But don't let me sway you from picking up Blackgate. If you like Batman, maybe you'll like this one.
I already had no intention of picking it up. So
it is heavily flawed. All right, moving on. Let's get into the news. Just before we started recording the show, Steven, you're like, "Hey, there's a new puzzle swap puzzle," and I still don't have it yet. So oh wait, my blue light just appeared. It wasn't there like 30 seconds ago. I look over and now I got a little blue light on my 3DS. That is really cool. So yeah, there's a new puzzle swap puzzle. Should we tell everybody what it is?
Sure.
Spoilers if you want to know by opening up your 3DS and hitting the update button. Just fast forward 30 seconds. Otherwise, you'll know that
you're going to guess, because the game that's about to come out that they should be promoting with a puzzle is
it's obviously
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
That's what it's got to be that, right?
No.
Oh,
no.
What? Oh, this is Nintendo
it's a game
we're talking
that
about.
Came out months ago.
That's right. This is Nintendo we're talking about. They're on a bit of a delay.
Mario 3D World.
The intern that was supposed to do this, he went on a vacation. He was down in Florida, and then he went down to the Caribbean for a bit, and then I guess he went to the Sochi Olympics. He wanted to see the opening ceremonies, and then he just got back and he realized he didn't hit send on the spot pass notification, so he just did that. So now we got it on our screen.
Yeah,
cool. Do you have any pieces for it yet, Steven?
Just the one they gave me.
How does it just look glorious with that one piece?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I don't know. There's a piece that's got some blue on it.
Nice. Is it a nice shade of blue at least?
It's lovely.
Good. Well,
I've never seen a more beautiful blue.
Well, that's the Nintendo way, Steven.
I guess so.
Nintendo way. All right, moving on. Speaking of spot passes, this week we also got another spot pass, which actually installed some software. But not really. So I opened my 3DS earlier, and it's like, I got a present. It's like, new software's been installed. I'm like, I don't remember downloading anything. And sure enough, I have a present. So I go open it, and it's the YouTube channel. And then it says, do you want to connect to the eShop to download this? It's like, but it downloaded. So why do I have to go download it if it downloaded? So I hit no. So so they push the icon to you essentially, and then you have to actually go and download it. It's really kind of a weird thing, but I guess it's a smack in the face reminder to people that, hey, we do YouTube too. And people that didn't know it now, and they can go download it if that's the thing that they do. You can watch this show on that app actually, and it's kind of funny to be watching this podcast on the YouTube app on your 3DS. I did it once and I smiled because it was kind of cool that you're actually able to do that. But that
must have been weird.
Yeah, it was kind of odd. We're talking about
my daughter
3DS.
uses the YouTube app on her 3DS.
Oh, does she? Yeah. No, we don't. We don't do much of that at all in this house yet. My kids are still a little young, but I'm sure in the future that'll be a big thing that they do. But yeah, by the way, YouTube, it's available on your 3DS. It's been available for a long time, but it's there, and you can go check it out just by opening up your notifications. All right, moving on. Sorry, go ahead.
Do it. That's it. That's all.
Just go do it. Go do it. Go do it. Do it before March 18th, Steven. Do you know why?
Yes. No, because March 18th has nothing to do with YouTube.
Isn't that like St. Patrick's Day or something? No, it's probably not.
17th.
17th is St. Patrick's Day. That's right. So the day after, so when you're washing the green beer off your face, and you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to my favorite green buddy in the world, wearing the green hat and the green shirt and the green shoes, then you realize that he's depressed. He hasn't stopped drinking because it's no longer the year of Luigi on the March 18th.
And not only is it the end of the year of Luigi, but they are closing.
They're killing him off.
The Miiverse community.
You heard it here first.
They're locking the Miiverse community, so people will not be able to post or reply in it anymore. And I just get this image of exactly as you said, Luigi, drunk, miserable, clothes filthy,
covered in clean beer,
sitting like outside in the rain, like just locked out of the Miiverse community. Just like had this look, he's like this washed up celebrity. Like he was famous for a year. He had his year. It was the year of Luigi.
You can go back to obscurity, brother.
Right. No longer can people talk about how great Luigi is because no.
I'm a girl crying in my bedroom. I don't know. It's a terrible Luigi. That's not how Luigi sounds on any of the cartoons or any of the shows. So I apologize in advance if I offended anyone. But yeah, your Luigi is done. I don't get the whole locking of the Miiverse community. It's not like it's going to go to the Smithsonian or anything. But Nintendo.
They want to save those zeros and ones. They need to.
You had your year, guys. You can no longer adore him. Yeah, I don't get it. Whatever. You're Luigi.
It's over my head. Went right over my head.
On the 18th. And there you go. Now you know.
It was a good year.
And knowing's half the battle. All right, moving on. Some interesting announcements out of the UK. I saw a post from Nintendo that they have a new host for a new thing that they're doing. It's called the Nintendo Girls Club. So that immediately my ears perked up because I'm like, oh, that my daughter would love that. Even though it's out of the UK, she would really, really love it. And they announced some of the people that are going to be hosting these videos. And the first one was Georgie Porter. I didn't know the name, but then I saw some articles across the internet. And apparently she's a very popular lingerie model in the UK. And then I just realized how different the communities and just like the countries are. Like when you're in Europe, things are a little bit more open. They're not so conservative. And then you come to the US and that would never happen. That would be akin to having some sort of like topless model start shilling Nintendo products on TV or something. Obviously, she's not topless in the videos and she's not wearing lingerie in the videos, but it was just this weird thing that at another part of the world, Nintendo isn't so closed and conservative. So I thought it was a really interesting topic for a couple things. One, the talent selection that they made was different, not that I expected, but the fact that they're doing all these things in the UK. They always have these really great services and features. They still have the Nintendo magazine in the UK. It seems like they're really fostering a really great community over there. And then they do something like this, the Nintendo's Girls Club, which my daughter will absolutely love. So I'm going to be watching these YouTube videos with her. She's going to just totally adore it.
Cool.
I don't know. What are your thoughts? You have a daughter as well, Stephen. Something that she would dig? Do you?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that this is going to be necessarily the kind of thing that she'd be into. The YouTube stuff that she watches is really about Minecraft.
Oh, really?
And that's it.
She could watch our Let's Play that we're going to be doing, where I teach Will how to play Minecraft.
I bet she would like that a lot.
It'll be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. He will die a lot, and I will laugh. I will cackle even. It'll be great.
Yep. She likes to watch Stampy Longnose.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Interesting. Cool. So yeah, maybe maybe you're not the target market. I guess since you're not in the UK, maybe that's the reason.
Don't know.
All right. Well, but now you know, in the UK, they have a girls club, and I'll be watching those videos with my daughter. She's going to love them. It's going to be great. Mm-hmm. Great. All right, moving on. There was an image that was posted today. I saw it on Go Nintendo, and these are advertising placards that are going up in Toys R Us. So they're not up yet. So this could be just an elaborate hoax. But apparently there's going to be some advertising placards that are going to be going up near the end of this month. And they advertise free Pokemon X or Pokemon Y if you buy a 3DS between the 1st and the 31st of March and buy one of the 6 games that they list. So there's Donkey Kong, Mario Kart 7, Super Mario 3D Land, Animal Crossing, Yoshi's New Island, or Lego City Undercover, Chase McCain. If you buy one of those 6 games and a 3DS or a 3DS XL or a 2DS, and you'll get a free copy of Pokemon X or Pokemon Y, which is a pretty darn good deal for people out there. Hopefully this is a real thing, not fake. But this is posted by a lot of people that do post a lot of the internal stuff from Toys R Us in the States. So kind of a neat thing that will be coming in the coming weeks. We'll probably get official announcement of it from Nintendo.
Cool. That's actually a really sweet deal. I don't recall Nintendo ever giving away Pokemon anything.
No.
Well, they had the Pokédex, but even that you had to pay money for, didn't you?
Yeah, they had the iOS one even was like stupidly expensive. This is similar to what was it? You bought if you register a 3DS and you bought one of 6 games, you could choose like Professor Layton, and there was that the critter. What was that one? What that game called? I can't even remember. Freaky Forms? Is that what it was called?
Oh,
do you remember that game where you would draw a creature and it would come to life? I think
like Freaky Forms Deluxe or something like that.
Yeah, there was that one. There was a couple other ones as well. And I remember I got Professor Layton, and I actually still haven't even opened it. So it's sitting on my 3DS as a downloadable title that I've never opened yet. Yeah, because I have a lot of games. But this one seems
I know that feeling.
this one seems of an even better deal. I mean, it doesn't get much better than Pokemon X or Pokemon Y, and they've already sold millions and millions and millions of copies. So this is a good, hey, let's get these people that are kind of on the fence. We gave them a low cost system. They didn't bite then. Okay, fine. We'll give them the game for free, and let's push this hardware. So hopefully they can get some people buying the stuff and registering new 3DSs and go. But yeah, I'm excited. That's a good thing. Obviously, I can't take part in it because I'm not about to go buy a new 3DS. Although I haven't registered my daughter's 3DS XL yet, so I could probably do that between March and something. But then I'd have to buy another game, and Yoshi's New Island is going to be something that I'm going to buy. Oh. So yeah, maybe that'll all work out, and then I can get a free copy.
Get a free Pokemon.
I get a Pokemon Y and put it on her 3DS, and we could play Pokemon together. That'd be great.
Nice.
Might be something to do.
That's a cool deal.
Interesting. Cool. But this you can chalk this up as a rumor right now because there's nothing official, but it looks like it's going to be official. So we'll definitely report on it again in the coming weeks once Nintendo has a chance to actually report on it, and it doesn't come from some advertising that's snuck out the back door of a Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's move on. A couple more stories. First up, the great game that we talked about, Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate, the deluxe edition, which has way too many colons in the title.
I had to put the colons in.
It's Batman : Arkham Origins : Blackgate : deluxe edition. Is that the official title, or you just did that?
That is the official title. Well, I don't know if all those colons are in there.
That's ridiculous.
On the box.
Come on, whatever. Get your act together. But it's going to be coming to the Wii U eShop for $20. So this is going to be a Wii U version of Blackgate, which I haven't heard of that ever coming out before. So this is new. When's the release date of that supposed to be? Do you know that off the top of your head?
I think the release date was mentioned as being April, but I'm not sure.
Huh.
It's coming to Wii U, PS3, and 360.
Yeah,
there's an HD re-release with I guess there's some other content.
Maybe there'll be an HD map update, and the map won't be entirely useless. That would be awesome. Maybe. That would be great. Yeah, it's coming on April 2nd, so soon. Mm-hmm. I might actually buy this and play it again because I really did enjoy the game. It was just the map was just aggravating beyond all. I don't know, semblance of reality. It was just,
and it's going to be $20.
Yeah, which is a really good price for that game. I mean, it did start as a portable title, so they just up-res some of the stuff. So it makes sense that it would be a little bit cheaper, but $20 is really cheap. Looks like it might be a good thing to drop onto your Wii U between Nintendo titles because it doesn't seem like there's much else coming out from third parties. So I guess you take what you can get on the Wii U right now. It's kind of a barren wasteland, unfortunately. We'll see how that changes come E3 time.
Yeah, but they took away all the Arkham Origins, the actual Arkham Origins games DLC has all been taken away now.
Yeah, it's like, the stuff that you already got, well, you can just keep that. That's our gift to you. But the $20 season pass, you're not going to get that content. We'll just give you $20 of eShop credit back.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that the tens of people that bought that were probably really disappointed, but I don't think it affected too many people, unfortunately, or fortunately. But if there was more people, they wouldn't have been taken away. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes.
Just one of those bad situations all around.
Mm-hmm, exactly. All right, let's end on a high note. This one's really cool. We mentioned it on last episode when we were talking about Nintendo Direct, but there is confirmation that Japan is going to be getting a version of the NES Remix version 1 and 2 on a retail disc, and it comes in a really awesome box that looks like an old Famicom title. like box type thing. It has the Famicom's on it. It looks like the logo, and the logo kind of looks like one of the controllers. It was one of those great synergy things that Nintendo had way back then. Looks like a really great thing, and that'll be coming to Japan only so far. But who knows? Maybe it'll be coming to North America as well.
That would be neat.
It would be. I heard some interesting things, actually. So if you own NES Remix 1 and you buy NES Remix 2, it's going to unlock a bunch of other content that you wouldn't really have access to unless you own both games. There's going to be things where you'll have remixed versions of games that were in the first game. So you'll be, like they showed one where they had like Samus basically blasting through blocks in a Mario game. So that'll be fun. That'll be great. But there was another mode that was talked about today where they're going to be emulating Nintendo World Championship cartridges. So you'll have a set amount of time to get as many points as you can or to collect as many coins as quickly as you can. Essentially, it's going to be a redone version of the Nintendo World Championships, but it's going to be done with the NES Remix, and it's going to be done between both 1 and 2. You have to have both of them for that mode to be unlocked.
That's a cool idea.
It's a really great idea. It's like, why not? That's a thing that, like, it doesn't get more retro than Nintendo World Championships. I can still remember them coming to malls in my area doing these things. Not for the Nintendo World Championships, but they had the Star Fox thing. When Star Fox 1 came out, you could basically play, and whoever had the high score at the end of the day would win a copy of the game or a leather jacket and all this stuff. I got a t-shirt and something else. I didn't get the leather jacket. I was really pissed off about that because I really wanted that leather jacket. But this just like goes back to the glory days of Nintendo when they were doing really fun things like that. Basically getting out in the community and not just going to the community, strapping a bunch of 3DSs to beautiful women and putting up a couple Wii U kiosks. Like getting out and actually doing something innovative in the community, which not that what they're doing now is bad, but it could be better. The way that they did it way back in the day was a lot of fun to take part in. So kind of cool to see some of that come back, if only through kind of a roundabout way by buying two $15 games on the eShop to get access to some of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with the fact that they're doing this.
Yeah, it's cool. I can't wait. I really like NES Remix. It's not like my favorite game of all time, but it is just a fun thing to have and to play with friends when they come over.
And I remember being like a little bit stunned at the price when it first came out at 15, but the more I've played it, the more I think 15 is a pretty fair price.
Yeah, 10 would be better.
There's a lot of content in there.
10 would be better, not for me, but I think that would get a lot more people to buy it if it was $9.99.
Yeah,
I think $15 is kind of a mental stepping point where it's not like an impulse buy. It's not a full retail release. So it's like, how good is this game? You have to kind of make a bit of a leap of faith to buy this game if you're not someone that's read a lot about it. Where if it was $10, it'd be like, hey, I like those old games. Sure, I'll spend $10.
Sure.
But yeah, $15 is still a really, really good price. Hopefully it sells really well and they continue to do stuff like this. I can't wait for SNES Remix. That'll be really great.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how cool that would be.
And Virtual Boy Remix on your 3DS.
Oh.
You too can vomit and get headaches.
Actually, I just unlocked, this is pretty funny because just earlier today I got a few more Plaza tickets, and the last hat I picked up was the Virtual Boy one.
Nice.
So, or Virtual Boy. So, Virtual Boy is the Sega version. No, they so, and then I went out with my 3DS and I got some Street Pass tags. I came back and I opened up the Plaza and I come walking out the gate with my Virtual Boy hat, and 3 Miis come walking up and they're all wearing red. And I just found that hilarious because I'm like, oh, okay, I can only see red. So,
were you standing in a pool of your own vomit? Of your Mii's own vomit? No? Okay.
No, they don't have that kind of detail in that.
That's good. That's good.
App.
Yeah, so. I've always wanted a Virtual Boy, but I know one person that had one, and it made him sick to the point where he would get motion sickness and have to go puke after playing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have one anyway.
It would be very cool. Very cool. Awesome. So yeah, we can look forward to Virtual Boy Remix on your 3DS in the future.
Well, didn't they talk about that a while ago at a some investor meeting or something like that?
Did
talking
they?
about putting Virtual Boy games on.
That would be great. all 7 of them that
3DS.
shipped. Actually, it's more like 20 something, but yeah, it's just like very few games actually shipped for that system. Nintendo pulled the plug really quick on it.
Yeah. Convert them so they'd be 3D and everything.
That'd be really cool. I'd buy all those games just so I could experience them.
They'd have to make them really cheap. Really, really cheap.
Yeah, sorry. I would buy all the games if they weren't $10 each. We'll put it that way. If they were $5, I would buy most of them. If they were $2, I would buy every single one.
I'd probably buy the WarioWare one. I mean, the Wario World one.
Yeah. I'd buy that one. I'd buy the.
I heard the tennis one.
The
is
tennis
good
one.
Too.
Yeah. That's the one I really wanted to play.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, man. Well, that's gonna about do it for this episode. Unless you have anything else to add.
No. Just go look for dot matrix printer music. You can.
You have to. You're contractually obligated. Come on.
As a subscriber to this show or viewer of this show.
No, to your internet service provider.
Yes.
Your local internet network provider.
Yes. Whoever you get the
place you call with your modem, with your 2600 baud modem. That place.
Your 300. Mine's a 300 baud.
300 baud. Wow. You're.
Can you imagine YouTube over 300 baud?
I can remember reading web pages at 2400 baud and pulling out my hair, and then I got 9600. It's like, oh my god! And then 14.4, and then 56k, and
oh my god, yeah.
I remember the first bonded 56k connection that I made. So I had two 56k connections working bonded, and it was like, this is the future. And
that must have been amazing.
It was so good way back. I worked at an ISP actually, so I had
state of the art everything.
Well, I had unlimited access, so I could do whatever I wanted. But yeah, it was great. I wanted to get an ISDN line for my house. Actually, that's how crazy I was getting because I wanted it. I wanted internet all the time. And then now I have essentially what is way better than a T1 in my house, which is ridiculous.
I remember using Juno for my email, and it was like this. It was dial-up, and I had a 56k modem, and I would call to get the mail. And it would say that I'd connected at like 24.6 or something like that. And I'd be like, no. And I'd disconnect and I'd dial again. Because that's what you would do back then. If you didn't get a fast enough dial-up connection, you would hang up and you would call again until you got a stronger one.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember those days. Fun days of our past.
And it took time to connect too.
It did. It took 30 seconds sometimes to get a properly trained connection. And then, then you'd get connected and you'd go about your business and you'd download your images one pixel line at a time and you loved it because that was the way it was.
Yep.
Why did we get on that? I don't know. We just went down a crazy rat hole, man. All right, guys. We love that you listen to the show, and we want to hear what you think about it. 56K modem talk notwithstanding. Let us know what you think of the show. Head on over to vgpodcast.com and let us know. You can email us, vgpodcast@gmail.com, or you can call our voicemail line, which is area code 505 VG Podcasts. We have forums. Hang out there and chat with the other loyal listeners of the VG Podcast Network at vgpodcasts.com/forums. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at DazMe on Twitter. There's also at VGPod for news and podcast release notices if you want to follow that account. And Stephen, I hear a rumor that you're on the Twitters as well.
I am. Stephen J. Munn, StephenJMunn. Put an @ sign in front of it, and that is my Twitter account.
That is your Twitter account. So follow him, follow me, follow VG Pod, and let us know what you think of the show, what do you think of the network, and anything else you'd like us to do here. I'm trying to expand some of the stuff that we do on the network and get some more people involved and make it a one-stop shop for all of your gaming and electronic entertainment. So let us know what you think, let us know what you want, and we'll see what we can do in the future to make it so. All right. Well, I didn't put the music on, so I'm going to quickly start up Donkey Kong Country, and then
that's a good idea.
And then we'll fade up really quickly because this one comes out in 3 hours. No, 2 hours. 2 hours and 20 minutes here. So go out and get yourself your Donkey Kongs and play with your Flappy Kang or Flappy Kong or whatever you want to call it.
Oh God!
It's got to be a character. That is really.
Make sure you're there in 2 hours with the eShop open, ready to play with your Flappy Kong.
It's got to be a character. I'm going to call one of them Flappy Kong, regardless whether he's a character or not. That's a thing now, Steven.
That's got to be Dixie, right? Because she's the flying one.
I guess so. Yeah, or it could be cranky because he bounces. You can see. I guess maybe he flaps his arms a little bit when he's bouncing.
Or his jaws. Yeah.
Yeah, could be that. Yeah, his teeth flying out, his false teeth flapping around in his mouth. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for episode 74 Nintendo Pulse. Yeah, take it easy, and we'll talk to you in about a week's time, everybody. Later.